The New York Rangers, they're going to look to keep their strong play going as they have a big Eastern Conference matchup against the Toronto Maple Leafs north of the border, and the trade deadline less than a week away. So, time to talk some Blue Shirts hockey. We're going to do it with New York Post Rangers beat reporter, the great Mollie Walker, who joins me now from Toronto. Mollie, how is it going?
It's going. It's a little foggy out here today, but should clear for a good matchup tonight between these two top teams.
Yeah, big matchup tonight. And Mollie, when you talk about the Rangers, they're 11-1 in their last 12 games. They're tied for the most points in the NHL. What has impressed you the most with the Blue Shirts over these past 12 games where they've been so dominant?
Yeah, head coach Peter Laviolette has been asked this question a few times, and I agree with what he said. I don't know if it's one specific thing to credit, but I'm more focused on the turnaround in general from January to February. January was tough. There was a season high 4-game losing streak in there. Losses were just coming in bunches, and goaltending was just not where it needed to be for this team to be successful. But I'm looking at the way they used the All-Star break to reset, the way they gave Jonathan Quick the first 2 games against stiff competition to allow Igor Shesterkin to put in some extra work with Rangers goaltending coach Benoit Allaire. It all worked out, and it proved to be exactly what the team needed as a whole, and that says a lot about the team's resolve and their ability to get through adversity and be better for it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We talk about the rough January they have and just the tremendous February. The bounce-back ability has been so impressive. So we talked about this at the top, right? Big matchup Saturday night, north of the border. Rangers visiting the Maple Leafs, they've been strong on the ice as well. 8-1 in their last 9 games. In 2 matchups this season, both teams have won on the road. Could this be a potential playoff preview? And how important is it for the Rangers to start the month of March off with good vibes continuing and a win over a quality opponent?
It definitely could be a playoff matchup, and that's always a fun possibility to keep in the back of your mind when watching a game like tonight. 2 of the top 5 teams in the East and 2 teams with a lot of star power. The Rangers have done a lot to keep themselves at the top of the Metro and pad their cushion in the standings down the stretch here, but this month is filled with some top competition after maybe a little easier of a schedule in February. Toronto tonight, Florida on Monday, New Jersey again next week, and then a tough road trip in Carolina, Tampa, and Pittsburgh. So now is the time for the Rangers to be ramping their game up ahead of the playoffs, and these are the teams that they want to be doing that against.
Yeah, want to do it against the best in the NHL. And when you look at this matchup tonight with Toronto, Auston Matthews, he's having a great season for the Maple Leafs. He scored a total of 4 goals into 2 games against the Blue Shirts this season. Matthews, he's on pace for over 70 goals this season. So the question here, Mollie, is how do the Blue Shirts slow him down?
I mean, slowing down a player like that is always going to come down to the team's game as a whole. I mean, Matthews may be a different animal, but the Toronto Maple Leafs are a beast to begin with. So the Rangers are going to want to have a strong start, focus on team defense and limiting how much they're giving up shift to shift. With Matthews specifically, though, Peter Laviolette joked this morning that they were hoping he had the flu because it's no guarantee that even a strong team game is going to slow down a player like Matthews. But you do what you can do when you're able, and you keep him to the perimeter, clog the lanes, and hope Igor Shesterkin can do the rest.
You know that's a lot of respect for a player when you're wishing that they are sick before the matchup. I know we don't want everybody to be healthy, but you know that it's jokes all there, but you want them to not even be on the ice. That's a lot of respect for a player. Last thing for me, Mollie, the trade deadline is coming up Friday, March 8th. There are rumors surrounding the Rangers, including, interest in Anaheim Ducks, Adam Henrique, and Frank Vatrano. Do you expect GM Chris Drury to be active in terms of improving the roster, and what type of player or players do you think the Rangers will target before the deadline?
There's absolutely no question that Drury will be active. I mean, this Rangers team has given him plenty of reasons to make him feel comfortable investing in this group. I mean, look no further than last month's 10-game win streak. And there's needs that this team still has if they want to go far in the playoffs. They need a top 6 right wing and another center. And if they can swing a big-body defenseman for depth in one of those deals, for a marquee forward, then that should be on the list of wants as well. But yeah, I definitely expect Drury to be working the phones over the next few days here.
All right, look out for that trade deadline, as I said, coming up on March 8th this Friday. We'll see what goes on with the Rangers there. That is Mollie Walker up in Toronto covering the Rangers for their big matchup tonight against the Maple Leafs. Mollie, great job as always. I will talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, Dexter.